just giving a quick message, just a quick word of encouragement today that the Lord just said into my spirit to come on here and say to you. He said, I am destroying every giant. I am destroying every giant. In the Bible, the promised land had giants. The land was meant for God's children, but in the territory, their territory, land that God had set aside for them specifically, there were giants. In the new season that you just entered, the new place or space that God has just brought you, you may encounter contention. Do not be dismayed. God says, I am destroying every giant, and do not forget that God has given you the authority to trample on scorpions. He's given you the authority to destroy, just like David did Goliath. He's given you the power and the authority. God said he's destroying every giant. Do you know what that means? Whatever giant has been coming up against you, whatever the giant for you is, whatever it may be, namely in my spirit that God is pointing out spirits, right? Fear, anxiety, worry, doubt, inferiority, loneliness, whatever spirits that Satan is using as a giant to keep you from possessing what God has set aside for you will be destroyed by the power and the presence of God in your life, by the power of God, by the power and the authority of the Holy Spirit, by the power and the authority that God has given you. God is fighting for you. Call on God for help because he is a protective father. He said he is destroying every giant. If you would call unto me, I will destroy your opposition. That's what he just said. He will destroy it, annihilate it. When we're talking opposition, we're talking things that Satan is bringing up against you. Things that Satan, whatever it may be for you, is forming as a weapon to defeat you. Be encouraged because Isaiah 54 in verse 17 says, no weapon formed against you is gonna prosper. It will not work. It won't work. That opposition is what Satan, whatever it is, your greatest opposition is the devil. And he uses things to oppose you and to come against you. And whatever that is that he's using as a giant in your land to keep you from possessing what it is that is yours, God is defeating every giant. All you need to do is get on your knees and ask the Lord for help. That's all. You've been wondering why there's no change, why the problems, the attacks aren't stopping. You can't do it on your own. You're called to greatness. That means there's greater opposition. But guess what? You have a father who is a warrior, who is a fighter for you. And God says today, on what day is it today? January 17th, I am defeating every giant.